almost 2 years ago, Luke Howard wrote to me and asked me to do a rework of one of his songs, and I don't know how to do reworks. Oh look, there's a spider. It's really cute. So I did this rework, and I found it so simple and naive, and I was almost ashamed when I had a rough mix and sent it to Luke. I had no aspirations of being, one of the endless people in this solo piano, sad piano genre, and there are so many people who are much better at it than I am. But I did this thing and I sent it to him, and he liked it, and I don't know. And then that was released, and it did well, and it sort of gave me the confidence to maybe I could do more of this. That's a swan. Around that same time, I wasn't having the best of times. The year 2018 was hard, as in there were just a lot of difficult things happening, and so in early 2019, when they were sort of, most of them were over, through, I crashed a little bit. I got through the hard times fine, but when it was over, I had a little crash, and there was a period when I was just very, very down, and we can just call it what it is. I was depressed, and some days I just couldn't do much more than getting out of bed and sitting down at the piano and at home. And sitting down at the piano was sort of my way of just getting out of that headspace and finding some comfort when I'm sitting at the piano, and whether I'm writing or playing someone else's music or playing my own music, I it's very easy for me to get lost in that, and that felt relieving. So I started doing that quite a lot, and before I know it, I'm writing all these little, very simple piano melodies and songs and ideas, and so simplistic because I had no mental energy to sort of develop any ideas, systematically, compositionally. So just completely writing by ear, and usually I want to, and I try to sort of develop, put some more thought into it, and not just by going by ear and what sounds good to me in that moment of time. And eventually I did with these songs up to a point, but yeah, they were very simple, and I was not in a good place, like I said. So I felt really bad. I felt, as an artist, I felt like, what am I doing writing these super simple melodies like this? And this is my classical background judging me. This is myself portraying the fears of my sort of old classical background, which I've definitely moved on from, and tried to take the good parts from it, because there are a lot of great things from it with me, but there's also a lot of judgment in that world, and I carry on that judgment within myself and in my own head. And yeah, so I judge myself really harshly for writing such really simple, naive music. And then I kind of stopped for a little while. I started to feel better bit by bit. And after a few months, maybe 6 months, I started to realize that, look, I have these songs. I had maybe five, six ideas at the time. Why not just do something about it? Yeah, and so at the time I was thinking it was just going to be like one short EP, 4 or 5 songs. But I felt like I needed one good song, just one good song to complete it. And so in the fall of last year, like around a year ago, I started to write more and more of these songs and trying to find this one good song that was gonna complete this album to make it sort of acceptable for myself to release it as my own music. And I never found that one song, but instead I wrote like 7 or 8 more just simple ideas. And the first EP is pretty much the songs I wrote during that first period when I was down. And the second EP is more optimistic and even more naive at times, because I was in a better place and I was more willing to accept that this was the music that I was writing and that it was okay. So Landbrot is the name of the area where my family has a cabin in the countryside of Iceland. And the reason I named the album after this is because, like I said before, when I started writing these songs, I was looking for comfort, and I was trying to go to a different place in my own head. And literally the best place I can imagine is this place where I'm at right now. It's the place I grew up coming here in the summers, and so it's very nostalgic to me. But I've kept going. When I got my driver's license, I started coming here with my own friends, and we would come here for a weekend and get wasted and drink and party and have a great time. And then as I get a little bit older, I still keep coming here and party a bit less and drink a bit less. But more and more appreciating just the complete and utter stillness and beauty and calm of this place. And that is what I'm looking for in this music on this album. It's just a little space for myself and you, hopefully, where we can sort of go to and forget about all the other things. Hey, Spider.